Yo, what's going on? Today's video is going to be a bit different from the other videos I've done because I'm giving something else a try, so comment if you like it or not. Let's start by clarifying that I am talking about Hive Bedwars in this situation, not Hypixel Bedwars or CubeCraft Bedwars. With that out of the way, what is skill? What can we base it off of? And is it based on a number or some other measurable indicator? Hold your horses, that's a lot of questions. First, we can divide skill up between game skill and PvP skill. But noologist, isn't Bedwars a PvP game? To which I say yes and no. Bedwars is a game with PvP, but PvP is far from the winning factor when it comes to the game of Bedwars. Take SwimFan72 for example. He is one of the best scrim players to ever touch Treasure Wars, which is due to his good PvP skills and incredible game sense. Wait, slow down. What is game sense? Well, game sense is the ability to gather and quickly interpret information about other players in a game, including their location, game plan, inventory, and general skill level. The ability to correctly respond to the information in a timely fashion. Essentially, game sense tells you when to fight enemies, where to fight enemies, what to get before taking a fight, when to run from a fight, who has certain items, where enemies are, when to gather, and when to go aggressive. For example, let's say you have chain armor, a stone sword, you're pretty good at PvP, but you're a bit late to mid. But you see your enemy has no armor and has seemingly no sword and is leaving mid right as you get there. What's the right move in this situation? Well, based off of this information, it's impossible to know the right move, because you have to consider all the other factors, such as, are they moving quick enough to indicate that they're really good at the game? Did they not get enough emeralds for a jetpack? Are they rushing to someone else's base, or are they going to their base to buy stuff? How fast did they kill their first rush? And based off any previous knowledge you have from prior games or the lobby. All of these factors should be considered in seconds, as soon as you get to mid, and it is important that you don't mess up. With that being said, game sense is complicated, and game sense is unique to every game. Therefore, game sense can't be taught, and game sense must be learned over time through experience. Returning to the main point, skill is equal to PvP plus game sense, with a heavy emphasis on game sense. So, can skill be measured? Again, yes and no. On one hand, skill is measured with different numeric ratios. On the other hand, these numbers cannot 100% accurately display the skill of a player due to many factors. So, what are these numbers? These numbers include win-loss ratio, kill-death ratio, final kill-death ratio, bed-to-game ratio, and final kill-to-game ratio. Starting off with win-loss ratio is the total number of wins divided by the total number of games in a given period. This is defined as a percentage as seen above, and is the quick look determinant when I am looking at how skilled a player is. This tells me whether you're good at the game or really good at the game. A 30% win rate is decent, a 50% win rate is good, a 75% win rate is a sweat, 85% is a pro, and anything above 95% is absolutely crazy at the game. The kill-death ratio is simply the number of kills you have divided by the number of deaths you have. This is defined as a number and varies completely on playstyle/game mode. For example, this should be much higher in solos than in squads due to the fact that you can get quadruple teamed in squads, but you can't in solos, meaning you have more chances to take 1v1s in solos than in squads. Also, good players often sacrifice themselves for the good of the team when it comes to squads, and so this could lead to messed up looking KD ratios. For example, some good players will have a 3 KDR, and others will have a 10 KDR. Overall, anything above a 3 is considered pretty good, and you should definitely be proud of that. The final kill to death ratio is given by the total number of finals divided by the total number of losses in a given period. This is also defined as a number and is a large indicator of skill, more so than the kill-death ratio. The skill standard outputted by the final kill-to-death ratio should be overall constant through all game modes, varying slightly. Overall, through any game mode, 50 plus is considered seriously impressive. The bed-to-game ratio is exactly what it sounds like, being that of beds divided by total number of games. This is defined as a number. Sub 1 indicates a squads player or just a bad player in general. 1 to 2 is a good player in duos or solos, and very good in squads. 3 is just very good in duos or solos. And lastly, the final kill to game ratio is defined by finals divided by games, which is defined as a number and varies depending on the game, because in squads it will be 4 plus, which is great. Duos 5 plus is great, and solos is 3 plus being great. So why are the numbers sometimes inaccurate? Well, there are some factors that throw these values off. These factors include the platform of play, as PC is much harder to get a better win rate in than console, and console is much harder to get a better win rate in than mobile due to platform-based matchmaking. Game mode is also a big factor, as I've mentioned, solos, duos, and squads give very different results for good players. Time frame also matters, as most people's all-time stats are going to look a lot worse than their monthly stats. Mixed stats are also an issue because solos, duos, and squads are all blended together, so sometimes it's impossible to tell how good a player is actually just based off of their stats. Other factors that disrupt stats are requeuing and getting carried in general. Requeuing is annoying because as soon as people see someone good in the lobby, they just leave, and it eliminates any chance of competition. These idiots still have bad win-loss ratios, so if you buns, just say that. Seeing if someone requeues is impossible to tell by their stats. However, carrying can be quite obvious as determined by stats. If someone claims to play squads, non-carried players should still have good win-loss ratio and final kill death ratio, but still have a bad game ratio and final kill game ratio to match it. If not, that person is getting carried. In review, here are solos players, here are duos players, here are squad players that don't get carried, and here are squad players that do get carried. With all that being said, don't obsess over your stats. See these stats? See these stats? You would think I would be happy with these stats, right? Right, wrong. It became so hard to maintain that I haven't gone back to Bedwars seriously since. It's been 2 whole years. I ruined Bedwars for myself. Please don't do the same. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the vid. Be sure to like and sub if you made it this far. Thanks for watching. See ya.